Basketball wives. Basketball wives, basketball wives, basketball wives. Okay, let's get into it. Um, let's see. So it started off with Lakeisha Malaysia and Jackie. They are actually having a conversation um about the whole thing with somebody saying that Lakeisha Malaysia's kids are dirty. That that she don't put them in the tub or whatever. And apparently Jackie helped spread that rumor. Like, I remember that, but I don't, because I just thought it was stupid. And I also just did not like how automatically Lakeisha Malaysia um, just believed the other girls over Jackie, her best friend that she's been knowing forever. Way before the Miami girls came over. The Miami girls meaning Shawnee, Evelyn, Tammy, Jennifer. Malaysia was always a part of the LA cast. And so was she? Yeah. So she's been knowing Jackie way longer than she's been knowing them other heifers. So I was just like, how can you just automatically believed, and then they found out it was some queen in the A that told the T and made up the drama and whatever else, and all of them had something involved in that. Even the girls that was telling you, but she just blamed Jackie because our strong independent Malaysia has turned into a follower, just like the rest of them. Y'all, I don't know my lotion at. All I do is wash my hands all day long, and still ended up with the 19. But yeah. So also they are raising restrictions on everything, y'all. The 19 is still out here. The COVID is still very much so out here. Don't let that fool you, y'all. Y'all keep wearing y'all masks, y'all. Don't let that fool you. Child, it's gonna be a whole nother surge. Watch, because people gonna go back out here licking each other in the mouth, acting a fool, and then here come round 3, 4, or 5 of the good old COVID. So y'all stay protected here. But yeah, they were talking, and then Jackie, she apologized, and I just didn't like the conversation because I just felt like there should have been some kind of apology or accountability on both parts, but whatever. Meanwhile, we have on the inside, we have Nia and Noria, the sisters. We have Kristen, Liza. Is her name Liza? I think. Lamar's ex, who, she ate out. Who she ate, him out or whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Liza, Evelyn, and Shawnee. They were all in there talking to her, telling them they had Memphis or whatever. The sister's father passed from COVID. Bless her heart. Bless their heart with that. Super terrible. Super terrible, super rough. One of the sisters, I think it was Noria, she had a little breakdown. She had to go off into the room and stuff. The girls were showing them the house and stuff and everything. They asked who they're married to, blah blah blah. They asked Nia, which is the one with the curly hair. They asked her who is she with, because the other one's married. And she was like, I'm not with anybody, but I used to be with this guy named Lance or whatever. We found out that Lance is Phoebe's Lance. The girls, meaning Evelyn and Vashonda, they could not wait until the sisters left. The first thing they did was call Phoebe on the phone and told her, what was going on. Phoebe says that the Nia girl is a stalker, that she's been trying to reach out to her, and she's constantly hitting her up and saying all kinds of stuff, and I guess just saying, yeah, girl, and then in the boo-boo, I was with your man. But Phoebe's apparently cool with it. Apparently Phoebe has a whole Rolodex of women he's been with and still currently with, it seems, and Phoebe seemed to be cool with it. So shouts out to Phoebe's self-esteem. I love it. Phoebe's cool with it, and so yeah, we can move on. Hey, let's see what else happened. Meanwhile, while the girls was over there at the house, Shawnee's house. The girls meaning Nia, Noria, and Jackie. We left Jennifer and OG that was back in house 2 house. And Jennifer was trying to talk to OG about stuff that she's been dealing with and stuff. And OG was over there making a basketball purse, you know, tacky, but you know, whatever. It's fine. It was cute for an occasion, whatever occasion that might be. And you know, Jennifer was just like, you know, I'm starting to think that OG only wants to hear herself. I'm starting to think that OG only cares about her and her problems. So let me just sit here and not say anything, because I ain't got time for that. And so, you know, a part of OG kind of ignoring Jen is because she knows that Jen's an airhead. And Jen wants nothing more but to be back cool with the collective, to be back into the popular crew, because that's all she knows. That's all she's been a part of. Jennifer has never stood on her own on this show up until recently, you know. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but you know, like, listen, everybody has relation outside of the racism and colorism. Everybody has issues on this show, and meaning, hold on, y'all. Hello? No. Okay, I'm coming, but it's gonna be a little minute. Hold on. Okay. So, hopefully y'all didn't hear that. It was kind of a personal call. Yes. Okay. Calling my damn line. So anyway, I'm just gonna block her. Mom. So anyway, let's see. I lost my train of thought. God damn. Yeah. She knows that Jen is, you know, an airhead, and so she don't really want to be bothered. But a part of that is, you know, it does come off as dismissive and rude. It just does. But what I was gonna say is that all of these ladies have a relationship with one another, in some kind of way. So naturally, whether you really like a person or not, you are gonna just take up for them. You are gonna just have their back in certain areas when it's somebody that you don't know, neither one of y'all know is coming at them. And OG is still kind of relatively new. But very much so, with that said, they never gave her a proper chance, nor have they tried to get to know the person that she is. So I completely understand OG's stance. So yeah, y'all know I'm able to, most of the time, I'm able to see both sides of the coin, but am I fully here for what OG is saying? Well, as far as terms of with this show and the colorism and favoritism and all that, yeah, that's been here since the beginning of time. But like I said, that issue is so much bigger than this show, and that is a part of the reason why I feel like these ladies don't get it. Because that issue is much bigger than the show. Some of them probably looking at it like, oh, this little show has that. I've never felt that, and blah, 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 blah. But like I said, some of them also benefit from colorism. Shawnee, Evelyn is definitely ones, and Phoebe, and you know, some of the others. And like, it's been shown that it's probably a colorism issue when it comes to Jackie. Look who she married. Okay, look at her 2 daughters that she has. One is light, one is dark. Look at the one that she treats better than the other one. So I mean, they're gonna. A lot of these ladies on the show, a lot of people in life, but a lot of these ladies on the show is gonna have to unravel a lot of their own personal skeletons and things they've been through and who they are as people with this issue. So this show is deeper. I mean, this issue is deeper than this show, you know. But who's really willing to do that self-reflection? Who's really willing to look on the inside and find the issue there? Not too many people. So, you know, this is a very surface, petty, superficial kind of program. So, you know. Anyway, what else is going on? So the sisters are over there talking to Vashonda, and they're saying that you know, they're saying that they kind of had a conversation with OG. Well, she kind of broke down what OG mentioned, that she had a teacher that told her because she was black, she would never amount to anything. Now, they went over there and told Vashonda that OG said because of her color that she would never amount to anything. I mean, you can relate it, but it's not what she said. The lady said, because you are black, you're not going to amount to anything. And so I'm assuming this was probably a white lady that said this. And so, you know, now if it was a black lady, then she would have meant her coloring, her complexion, her skin color. If it was a white lady, she definitely meant the entire race, more than likely. You know. So... but, you know, Vashonda, she was just like, oh, yeah. She was like, oh, wow. She said, a teacher said that? Like, oh, my God, I can't believe that. That's crazy. And she was like, wow, you know, maybe since, you know, it took these new girls to come in, and maybe I'm starting to see that OG has a heart. And maybe now she's willing to possibly open up, you know, and... I want to shoot the bird, but I don't want you to get demonetized. Shawnee, shut up. Just please. Fake. Oh, God. Let me see. Yeah, Shawnee talking about she hoping for a breakthrough with the ladies and stuff. With OG. Talking about she hoping for a breakthrough with OG. When it's already been revealed through an interview that OG did with Storm Monroe. Shouts out to Storm Monroe. That she said that the only two ladies, that she didn't say names, but we know, the only two ladies that actually reached out to her, tried to see her side of it, or tried to come talk to her in House 2 was Malaysia and Kristen. She heard nothing from Evelyn and Shawnee still. So she used those two darkies over there to come over here and talk to her. She was like, oh yeah, y'all, you know, y'all look closer. You know, maybe y'all can understand the breakthrough too. You know, y'all go out there and take the bait and get the beating, get the possible beating and the cuss out. Because, you know, we just gonna sit over here and live in our good energy when they are the problem. How many times we see that on stuff? Even on shows, it's always the brown skin and the dark skin girl. That's the bully. That's the one that's in this. Say like it's a set of mean girls. It's always the black girl, the visibly black girl that is the one that's fighting for the girls that are lighter skin or non-black at all. How many times have we done seen that story? You know how the brown skin girl, she's not good enough to play the lead character, but she's the best friend. The funny best friend, or the ghetto best friend. And as much as I love this show that I'm about to say, we even seen it on the Proud Family. Look at Penny Proud's character and La Sienna getting on them, and look at Dejanay running to a man, trying to catch a man that wasn't paying her no attention, couldn't stand her. You know, and I love the Proud Family. They say they're bringing it back on Disney Plus, but they've been saying that I don't like when they bring shows like that back. Like when they tried to do the Rugrats, all grown up. I met them as babies. Leave them as babies. It don't work. I don't know. So what else is going on? Kristen and Malaysia, they decided to go over there and talk to OG about the possible issue. Mind you, OG done told the sisters, Nia and Naria, she was like, I didn't appreciate y'all heifers going over there talking for me. I don't need nobody to talk for me. I just didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate y'all going over there, and that pretty much ain't y'all business. Pretty much what she said. Y'all know OG says things in a certain kind of way. And the sisters took offense to it, but they didn't really say anything. But they've been talking the whole time. She's like, you know what? I'm about 2 seconds from going over there to house one. Because I'm sick of sis over here in his house, too. Talking to us crazy and all that. Jennifer came down to go eat, and she put on a muzzle, child. Jennifer couldn't say nothing. Jennifer said that OG is a problem being in the house, and, What y'all think? I'm going to tell you what I think in a minute. But, yeah, I was like, Lord, it's a mess. Even though Evelyn and Shawnee has some kids that are darker than them, it doesn't matter. They're still not going to get it. You can have Phoebe's daughter is a beautiful little girl who just so happened to be dark skinned. And she's never going to understand her pain. She's never going to understand it when it happens to her. She's going to get mad and she's going to be defensive if somebody comes at her daughter in the way that they have came at OG, because that's her daughter. But she's not going to relate it to how OG was feeling, because she's just not that deep. I don't think anyway. And, she's going to take up for her because it's her daughter. But she's still not going to understand her pain because she still is who she is. You see what I'm saying? So OG, they're probably just not going to get it. But my whole thing, I'm gonna save it. Yeah, like we don't care that what's her name, Nia, dated Phoebe's ex. We don't care. I don't care, at least. We have a new confessional look from Phoebe that read no, because she already has like red undertones in her skin, and with the red wig and shit like a big pimple. No. Let's see. Well, OG's kind of very much like my way or the highway kind of person. If you kind of don't, I don't want to say if you don't agree with her. Sometimes it seems like if you don't agree with her, if you don't say things the way that she wants you to say them, then it's gonna be like she'll just shut you off and stuff. And listen, it's just a lot. It is a lot that OG is dealing with. It's a lot that OG has dealt with. But my whole thing is this, sis. You are still on this show, OG. I know you probably are contractually obligated to be back on the show, but you came back for this season. She had a little breakdown slightly. She said she's tired of having to defend herself all the time while being on the show. And OG made a good point. She said that now, a year later, after all y'all done got all this backlash from social media about the colorism issue on this show, now all of a sudden y'all want to reach out to me and talk about it, which is true. She's very valid in feeling that, and that is absolutely true. This show got slaughtered on social media for how they treated OG, as they rightfully should have, for sure. But my thing is this. OG, you can't alienate every single person. I understand you doing that to Shawnee and Evelyn. And I even kind of understand you doing that to the girls that was there, Malaysia, Kristen. But you cannot do that to everybody, because if you're going to remain on this show, OG, we can't. These kind of shows don't work with just them filming you, because if that's the case, you just need to get your own show. I'll watch, but you just need to get your own show. You're still a part of an ensemble cast, and they are still going to put y'all in situations where y'all are grouped together. Y'all, this is what makes the show. You're still on the show. So you alienating everybody and nobody going to want to film with you. Eventually you're going to be out of the job. And if you don't need the show, then cool. Hell. But if you do need the show, which I don't really know what you're doing or any of y'all are doing really outside the show. But if you need the show, then you're gonna kind of have to bend a little, at least fake it, because they're probably faking it, so you fake it. But on the other hand, I fully and completely understand who OG is and what she stands for, because I'm fully rocking with OG completely. But I'm saying is that, once again, you just can't alienate everybody. Eventually, sometimes the people in life that you mistreat, you're gonna need one day. And the new girls, like, I understand where they were coming from. I don't think they were coming from a bad place at all. But maybe you did behind the scenes, because they don't edit the show in favor of certain people. You could tell who get the good edits, you could tell who don't. So maybe you did explain the whole thing behind the scenes to the sisters as to why you have this stance and why you feel strong on this stance or whatever. But I don't think that meant any harm by going back and talking about the conversation. But you could have just handled that situation way better, sis. They did come off as rude. And yeah, you just can't. And now you're saying that you feel like everybody's down with it, even Jackie. In which, listen, I already talked about Jackie and how I feel about her and her situation with her daughters and that whole thing. So I think that Jackie's definitely it as well. But at least Jackie's trying, and Jackie's trying to be on your side and trying to rock with you. We can't have 3 separate houses, OG. We can't have house 1, house 2, and then house 3. You're the only person in house 3. That's just not gonna work. So I don't know what y'all think. Let's see what y'all saying on Twitter. Here's what I said. I said, OG is right. It's been a year, and now they care to talk to her because of the backlash the show has received, but you're still on this show with them. So it's like, did the whole gift moment. Let's see. Someone said, ask about Mo. Right, but why just not take accountability and understand instead of just, let's be cool again. Let's see. The U_D said, they weren't around each other, and this started filming last March. Just because black Twitter and bloggers say stuff doesn't mean it's true. OG attitude and arrogance has been the issue since day one. Tonight, she just got mad at the twins, they're not twins, for trying to help resolve a situation. They do look a lot alike, though. They do. Why not see she is on the show to make it better, or others? The others are not making it complicated to discuss. And someone else said, and they're asking her to explain, like Black Twitter and all the bloggers didn't educate them video after video. So look, everybody's mixed messaging. My whole thing with OG, I'm completely rocking with her. I completely get it. Take them down. Take them down, honey. Take them all down. But at the end of the day, once you take them all down, it's like, then what? Then what? Because we are all black out here. We all out here dealing with similar things or the same things. And you can tackle the colorism on the show, which is great if you can single-handedly get these women to admit that they're colorists. I doubt it. But if you can single-handedly admit to these women are colorists and get them to admit that and to apologize to you, kudos to you, OG. But we all still got to walk around this world being black every single day. So it is a lot to take on. This is something that we all, as a black people, need to digest and need to understand. Because all this, everything, the colorism, racism, all the isms, all that comes from slavery. All that comes from Jim Crow and white people. That's what it all comes from. And so, like I said, this issue is deeper than this show. These women are a bunch of superficial people, just from me watching them for years, and they're just not that deep. And but I listen, I'm totally rocking with OG. I'm gonna always rock with OG. But OG, I was a little disappointed in you tonight, sis, and how you behaved. I was. I just was. There's just no reason to be that damn rude. Like, come on, especially to these new girls. They don't know you. They don't know the situation. And, you know, they don't know Evelyn them yet. They gonna get to know them and dislike them for themselves. Believe me. So, I don't know. I know I rant and raved. I know I repeated myself a lot. That's how I do. Shoot. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this review. What y'all thought about this episode, really. And we can, talk in the comment section. But, yeah. With this said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at @IsKingsworld on Instagram and Twitter. At @IsKingsworld89. At @IsKingsworld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. If this lady called me one more time, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Yes, Mom.